So for awkward quadratic equations where you can't spot the solution to it quickly, there's a few things. There's one equation that we can use. Now I'll just write out the general form of the equation. So if you have x squared and x and a number equal to 0, I'm just going to put the coefficient. So if we have ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, there's a formula that works every single time. There's a simple proof for the formula, but you don't have to do it, so we probably won't do it in class. Now, if this is the case, if this is equal to 0, the answers for x are equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And we'll be using this equation a lot in the next few classes. So I'll just highlight it there. Now, you'll notice that when we were doing these questions, when we factorised them out normally, they all worked out, you get two answers to it. The two answers for this one come for the plus or minus beside the square root sign. So, for an example, and we'll do an example where we have 3x squared minus 5x minus 12 is equal to 0. First thing you look for here is what are the coefficients equal to. So we have a is equal to 3. B in this case is equal to minus 5. Very careful of the signs here, that's where most of the mistakes are made. And c is equal to minus 12. So it's just a matter of subbing in these three numbers into this formula and we'll get our two answers for x. So I'll do that now. We've got x is equal to minus b, which is minus, and I'll put just minus 5 in there for b, plus or minus the square root of b squared again, which is minus 5 squared, minus 4 times ac, minus 4 times 3 minus 12. And then this is all divided by 2 times a. If you put in brackets everywhere you've got one of the coefficients you want to use, you'll make a lot less problems with the signs, and you'll see that now in a second. So, minus 5 is the same as plus 5. It's like having a minus 1 outside the bracket. Minus 1 times minus 5, the signs are the same, so this is a plus 5 there. Plus or minus the square root of minus 5 squared is 25, plus 25. Minus 4 times plus 3 is minus 12. Times minus 12 would also be plus 144. This is all over 6. So the next line here would be 5 plus or minus the square root of 169 all over 6. Now, if you have your calculator, you can put your numbers in right now and work out your plus and minus, and you get two answers. This works out okay because the square root of 169 is 13, so we'll be able to just work this out. So I'm going to do the first solution in green here. So you could have x is equal to 5 plus the square root of 169, which is 13, over 6. And I'll do the other solution in blue here. Or x is equal to 5 minus 13 all over 6. So in this case, 5 plus 13 is 18 over 6. So x is equal to 3. And in this case, you have x is equal to minus 8 over 6. So x would be equal to minus 4 over 3, dividing above and below by 2. So those are the two solutions, or two answers using the equation minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. This equation always works. So if you're having difficulty factorising any quadratic equation, you can always use this equation and it will always give you the correct answer. Sometimes you will have decimals though, just to bear that in mind.